So recently I've seen a lot of doom and gloom around the current state of gaming, but there's a lot of cool and interesting games coming out this year. I mean, I have a wish list of 872. Yes, I have a problem, but hopefully we can go through it to help you find some games that are coming out this year. First we have Deliver at All Costs. This is an action driving game where you need to deliver unconventional cargo around, like balloons that make you float, or someone hanging off the back of the car, or at least I'm assuming they're cargo. And if you're not too great at driving, don't worry, the buildings are destructible, so you just go straight through them. It looks like there are also some scenes outside of the car where you're running or climbing around. The release date is still to be announced, but my guess is it's sometime this year and it's coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Next up we have Everhhood 2. This is an ARPG with an Undertale type style, with exploring different areas and meeting interesting characters, but when it comes down to battling, you fight with music and dodging or throwing back the enemy's attacks. Some of these fights can also get pretty trippy, and the music for this game looks just as good as the first one, so if this looks interesting to you, I would recommend checking out the first game, and this releases on March 4th this year for PC and Nintendo Switch. There's also a slime lady for people who are into that. Third game on the list we have is Arctic Awkening. This game is a narrative adventure game, sort of like Firewatch, which I know has been popular last year. Your plane crashes in the Arctic and your co-pilot is missing, but looking through the rubble of the plane, we find the therapy bot that we had to have on board, and while looking for our co-pilot, we find a mysterious facility to try and learn about. The planned release date is this year for PC and all consoles. Hell Is Us is a semi-open world game with melee combat, though we don't really see much of that with the current trailers. We explore a now isolated and conflict-ridden country, which looks interesting with the different areas and old dungeon-looking structures. Throughout the game, we'll also learn about our past and the mysterious calamity that happened here to create these supernatural entities that seem to be around. This game is planned to release sometime this year for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Time for Constance, which is a Metroidvania that drew me in with the beautiful hand-drawn areas. We play as an artist whose weapon is a paintbrush, but she also has other art-based abilities that make the movement look so fluid, which is something I love in a Metroidvania. The bosses look interesting and diverse, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows here because the world is slowly decaying due to her mental health. This game does have a demo out now if you want to go and check it out. It's planned to release in the 4th quarter of this year for PC and all consoles. Hear me out, Barkour. I mean, what more do I need to say? It's a dog game with parkour. But yeah, this is a stealth game where we play as Agent 009 working for a secret organization where all the agents are skilled animals, where our main goal is to fight crime. Sadly, we haven't seen any other agents or gameplay yet, but it looks like we could maybe get some combat or at least doggy takedowns. And it's coming this year for PC and all consoles. Now we go to France with Sacre bleu. This game is a fast-paced hack-and-slash type platformer where you go through the levels as fast as you can. So I think it could be one of those games where you just get hooked on it for a bit, trying to go faster and faster. But I don't think it's going to be that easy because there are traps all around the place, and if they don't get you, then the bosses might. The reason for us running is because we're framed for false charges. I don't know what the charges are, but if you want to find out, the game does have a demo out and it releases this year for PC. Next, we have Hotel Galactic, which is a cozy hotel management game where you try to turn a rundown hotel into a tourist destination. But the thing I find most compelling about this game is the Studio Ghibli-like art style. It's just, so good. It also looks like there's going to be a story to follow, so I guess we'll have to see how that is. And the game will be dropping this year for PC and all consoles. Now we move on to some horror with Tormented Souls 2. This is a survival horror game that's good for people who miss the fixed camera Resident Evil games with puzzles, inventory management, and of course, enemies. In this game, you need to explore through the nightmarish locations and try to find your sister who is cursed. We don't really have any gameplay, but if this looks interesting to you, I'd recommend going and checking out the first game because it does go on sale quite often. The game will be dropping this year for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And the last game is Neverlooted Dungeon. Do you ever watch movies and wonder why they make dumb decisions? Well, now you can be the one to make the decisions and try to outsmart all the traps set up in the dungeon. But don't worry, there is a shop to get some helpful tools from. So do you think you'll be the first one to make it to the end and get the legendary treasure? This game does have a demo if you would like to try that, and it comes out this year for PC. And that is 10 games that are coming out this year. I hope there are at least a few in there that you didn't know about or look interesting. I guess let me know down in the comments if there's any games that you're looking forward to this year. It will most likely be added to the never-ending wish list, I'm going to be honest. But I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please think about liking and subscribing. It really does help me out. I guess let me know if you want any more videos like this. I figured I'd try something new because, like I mentioned at the start, I've seen a lot of doom and gloom around. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.